coverage of the 2025 Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships in Ann Arbor. March 21st and 22nd only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. By way of helicopter, Olivia Karras will be flying in to her home in Ann Arbor. I can't wait for that.
That's news to me. I've never been in a helicopter. I'm so excited for that competition, to see all these fantastic teams in one arena. Just brings me joy. It's my Super Bowl. I love it.
A lot of joy here at the Cavelli, where you cannot find an open seat. Wonderful crowd. Rotation 4 when we return.
This is it.
25 TIAA Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament, live from Indianapolis Thursday through Saturday on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Women's sports in the Big Ten Network, incredible. Dee Linke alongside the 4-time All-American from Michigan, Olivia Karras, 4-time Big Ten champion as well. 6 All-Americans. Sorry, I took 2 from you.
That's okay, Dino. That is okay.
The Cavelli Center, Columbus, Ohio. The warm-up period for rotation 4. I want to let you know that the final quad 4 of the weekend, we had the one yesterday from Maryland, this one from Ohio State. The one in Iowa is now going to start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time. So make that change in between. When we go off the air, we'll go to a special edition of On the Beam, which has been a great series. But a 7:30 Eastern Time start now for the final Big Ten quad in Iowa City. Start orders for the last rotation, Olivia.
We'll take a look here at Nebraska. It's not too far from UCLA. If they can really hone in on these vaults, that would be big. State sliding in Kate Parks there in the final spot, who will be making her debut. UCLA goes to beam, NCAA ranked 3rd in the country, so yes, they're very good on beam. And Rutgers going to floor. Keep your eyes and ears ready for Gabrielle Dildy's floor routine. She's bringing some earth, wind, and fire September. I know I'll be dancing. It's a great routine.
Am I allowed to dance?
Depends. Are we going to all get to see?
No. We are getting ready to start our final rotation. Nebraska will start on the vault. Ohio State on the bars. Comes Katie from Texas.
Good opening vault from Katie. A step backward on the landing, so that is an over rotation. Looks like she had a little bit of a hike in the hips, which resulted in that momentum backward. Sydney Washington finishing up her last event, leading off 3 events for Ohio State. A step backward on the dismount, but always a great leadoff performer.
All right, Emily Lee is up on the beam. You've already said they're 3rd in the country. As a team, what is it like to have to finish on the beam?
You really have to dial in your adrenaline and energy, because beam is the make-or-break event, as everyone likes to say about gymnastics, and this is a spectacular beam team, but anything can happen. It is gymnastics, so staying in the moment, being mindful of what they're doing, and only what they're doing is the key to ending on beam.
This up Olivia's Lisa Chabert on the right for Rutgers.
So far, beautiful work from Emily Lee, as always, on balance beam. Bobble there on the full turn. Like to equate the full turn for those basketball fans out there to a free throw. It seems easy, but in high-pressure situations, it's something you always have to be intentional about. But all intentionality there on that dismount. Stuck, gainer full off the side. Getting hugs from Lacey Dagan, who's responsible for the fantastic balance beam work this year for the women's.
Sophia McClellan. They're getting it done here in Columbus. They are getting it done now in Iowa, as they have now fixed an equipment issue, and they're going to start at 7. So disregard my earlier comments. We'll be heading to Iowa City after this one is over.
Beautiful landing from Lisa on floor. She's had a great day. And Sophia McClelland, the dynamic vault, but again with that step backward. So as we talked about at the top of the show with deductions, steps are a 10th deduction. And so that will be taken from the vault in addition to anything else the judges may have seen.
Emily Lee, the senior, that bright smile, great demeanor. Here's Jordan Childs with some final instruction as she tries to win the all-around here as part of our big quad meet. There's Walker. The dive on the right, bars.
Big amplitude from Grace on that opening. Pike Yeager and a beautiful packed salto back down to the low bar. Lovely handstand, good work. Tries to get the stick here. Small movement with that right foot, but a great routine from Grace Walker.
Jordan Childs up on the beam.
Little leg separation there. You saw her toes cross a bit. That's the execution the judges are looking for. A wobble on beam from Jordan Childs. She actually had a similar wobble last week. So just needs to remain calm in this balance beam routine.
It's hard to keep your eyes off of Jordan Childs, but Maya Jones is worth watching. She has a career high of 9.9 on the floor.
Opening pass for Maya, big double pike. And over-rotated, but really impressive staying in bounds. She did not step out, which, as we've mentioned, is that flat 1/10 deduction. So good work not accruing that. Beautiful side aerial from Jordan. Much more solid here in the second half of this routine. Just the dismount, double twist, do a step landing. Not a perfect routine, but she really settled into her balance beam work after the wobble on the series. That was perfect. Side aerial element. See her arm. In the air. And there's that holding position.
Whitney Jenks up next for Nebraska on the ball. Maya Jones rounding out her routine for Rutgers. Has had only one score under 9-8, only one.
Full twisting Yurchenko for Whitney. Beautiful job. Minimal execution deductions and really tight under her body position. Not much to take in this vault. Tight in the air. See the legs just pike down a little bit, and that results in the hop backward. But Whitney Jenks just an all-around stud for the Huskers.
Here comes Carly Reitzel. You giving that?
Great work. I'm not going to give it a stick. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to give it a stick. But that does not take away from that routine from Carly.
Reitzel.
Sees the ground there. It was minimal. It was very minimal. But, you know, Dean, that's important to bring up as the judges only see things once. And so it may have looked like a stick for them, and that's why the sport is subjective, and sometimes scores don't make any sense. But regardless, great work.
You were on it. You saw the scooch.
I saw the scooch to my trained eye.
Shay Campbell. Oh, a little wobble there.
It's a new series for her this season. Just a bend at the hips, nothing major, but the judges will deduct.
Delaney Adrian on the floor for the Scarlet Knights.
Opening pass for Delaney. 1.5 into a front full. Beautifully done. Dismount for Shea. There's that step landing. So bend in the hips there on the series, but good job by Shea Campbell. She has taken every opportunity today to minimize landing deductions. You see here, she just remains tight in her core, in her knee position, is able to avoid any steps or hops.
Asia Hall for the Cornhuskers, 9-9 career high.
She was not in the vault lineup last week, so nice to see her back in this week. Good job on that vault from Asia. Like her teammate Whitney Jenks, she doesn't have many built-in deductions at all. Just a really solid athlete in her execution, and so really the judges are just going to deduct for the landing.
Tori Vetter needs a 9.925 on the bars to tie Jordan Childs for the all-around. And for UCLA, remember, it's not just the Jordan Childs show. They have 3 Olympians, including Brooklyn Moores.
Huge amplitude on that release move for Tori Vetter. Feet are glued together throughout the routine. Exactly what the judges are looking for. Almost an issue there on that handstand. Just had a little dip in the back, but stuck landing from Tori Vetter. I don't think it will be that 9.925, but that doesn't take away from what she does for this Buckeyes program. She is just so crucial.
Rutgers getting ready with Aaliyah Aird, the senior from Winter Garden, Florida. At 9.9. Brooklyn Moores still on the beam for the Bruins.
It's a slight wobble from Brooklyn on that side aerial, but really good work of settling down and staying tight on. And just a little overreaction there on the landing. She wasn't able to settle into the landing. Take a look here. Nice job on the front tuck pull. You see her shoulders are just back a little, and she just bounces a little too quickly and wasn't able to minimize the deduction there. From Isabel Saikon on vault. Looked like she was going really hard for the stick. Sometimes you just have to let the stick come instead of trying to find that position. She did take a step forward. That will be an under rotation deduction as well. As we take a look here at what the judges see, a little slight looseness in the knees. Her chest position was great, but she just wasn't able to hang on with the bottom half. But overall, she's had a great day, and that doesn't take away from any of her other performances.
Aaliyah Aird has been a fixture in the Rutgers program.
Pass from Aaliyah. Finishes it off with a double tuck. Great job, very controlled. And a lovely routine.
Yeah, well done. Sienna Alipio, the junior from San Jose, getting ready for the Bruins on the beam. By the way, Tori Vetter with that 9.875, so she finishes all around at 39.5, just a half point behind Jordan Childs. Mason Rader saw her come in early, then saw her on the floor. Can she do it again?
Short there on that first handstand. Settling into the routine. Lovely amplitude on the pack salto. Good work on the half turn. Just shy of handstand again there. Looks like she's just rushing a bit on these handstands. A little bit of a softness in her knees on the dismount. Oh, and there was some Velcro stuck in the hair. That must not have felt good. Her toes up there and just softness on the knees. Had to take a step forward, but she is the Buckeyes MVP today. Stepped up for them when they needed her.
See Elliott Smith. Olivia, I got to give you credit. You picked Delaney Adrian. She ties her career high on the floor with a 9.875. As you see the dismount there from Sienna.
Very difficult dismount from Sienna Lipio. Just wasn't able to hang on to the landing. So we are seeing a little vulnerability from the Bruins today on these landings. She's moving forward and twisting backward. Make that make sense. But just that step there on the landing for Sienna, but overall a great routine.
Emma Spence, last to go on the ball for Nebraska. She can hit this. She has a career high of 9.95.
Emma performs 10-0 start value vault in Yurchenko 1.5. Love to see Elliott on floor. Her sophomore season, really having fun on floor, opening it up, bringing her sassy side. Big vault here for Emma Spence. Wow! That is a stuck landing. Now, it wasn't a perfect vault. There were some soft knees within. Take a look here. But just a little softness. You see that little bend, but talk about precision. You see that left foot on the line there. That is not the same as stepping out of bounds on floor. She will not get a deduction for that. It's just a guide for the judges when it comes to direction.
Emma Malabuyo on the beam for the Bruins. There's a perfect 10 on the beam.
Lovely back handspring layout, step out. Rounds out the Olympian crew for the Bruins, having represented the Philippines in Paris this year. Kate Parks over on the right. Off there from Emma Malabuyo, incredibly uncharacteristic. A step on the landing from Kate Parks. She didn't compete last week, but they needed her today, and she stepped up.
Kate Parks, a sophomore from the state of Ohio.
Dismount for Emma. Back handspring gainer full. You see it on her face. It wasn't the routine that she wanted, but it will absolutely still give the Bruins the lead. Here's that dismount back handspring right into the gainer full. Good height off the balance beam and tight body position on the landing.
Last to go in this rotation and the event, Gabby Dildy, 9.9 career high. And as she gets going, I can tell you that Nebraska has posted a 48.95 on the vault, which is above their average. And they're led by Emma Spence. They're 9.9 on the vault for Nebraska. She posted 2 of Nebraska's 3 scores of 9.9 or better.
Beautiful opening pass. I mentioned this routine. She is such a great floor exercise performer. And Rutgers really had a great day today. Saw some fantastic performances from top to bottom. Floor is difficult in many ways, but when you're performing and you have the extra adrenaline, you have to make sure you're maintaining energy for those passes. Gabby finishing off with a 0 deduction landing. Incredibly impressed by her in her performance today.
Look, all 4 teams, Rutgers, Ohio State, Nebraska, and your winners, UCLA, impressive as the Bruins have clinched their 8th straight meet with 197 points or better. Olivia, only 3 schools this season have posted 5 straight 197s or better. UCLA, Oklahoma, and Missouri.
I like that stat. That just shows you how good this Bruin squad is.
Jordan Childs and the rest of the Bruins, they always draw a big crowd. Emma Spence with 3.99s or better. Childs winning the all-around. We're back to wrap it up here in Columbus. And the Fox Sports app, and I'm repeating, they are set to go at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And UCLA is set to go back to Westwood with the regular season title in the Big Ten. Welcome to the Big Ten, and what a show they always put on.
And as you mentioned, Dean, the stat of them being only one of 3 teams in the entire country with straight 197 scores. As you see the team so excited, what an entry into the conference to have them win the regular season title. As the team is jumping up and down, that is truly the best feeling in the world, and I'm so proud of them.
Janelle McDonald in her 3rd season, and in her 1st season in the Big Ten. Janelle, you are the Big Ten regular season champions. Put that into words, please.
Thank you so much. You know, the team has just been really intentional. They've been working so hard all season. They really wanted to come into the Big Ten and make an impact, and I could not be more proud of how they've showed up each and every weekend and every day in the gym, and it's a great honor and such a great conference to have this regular season title under our belt.
Janelle, traveling around in the Big Ten definitely means longer flights, but this team's energy is not gone from that. Talk about how the team maintains energy with longer travel.
You know, they love what they do. They love who they do it with. And, you know, we've got some big goals this season, and they're just excited to get out here and compete in front of these crowds. I mean, every single trip that we've been on has just had amazing attendance, amazing crowds. And, you know, we just feed off that energy. We're excited to put on a show, and we're excited to just show them the work that we're putting in the gym each and every day.
1 trophy done, headed back to Westwood. You still have some meets left, including a good one against Stanford. How do you keep your team focused on that, yet also with their eyes on Michigan and the Big Ten championships?
Yeah, let's go. You know, today was not a perfect day for us by any means. We definitely have some things to clean up. I think today we needed to work on a little bit of mindset, just being aggressive and present in every moment. And so, you know, we definitely have work to do. We have confidence to build it before we get to the Big Ten championships. So we're going to use the next 2 weekends to do just that.
All right, Janelle, you got some air tonight celebrating. I mean, you were up in the air, and it looked good, Janelle. Congratulations on winning the Big Ten title.
Thank you so much. Go Bruins.
All right, Janelle McDonald. What a great story. Started coaching when she was 17 years old.
Jordan Childs was spectacular today, starting on floor where she's the #1 gymnast in the country, and we saw why. Went over to vault and didn't have the best vault, but that doesn't take away from her all-around performance. You did see a little bit of an under rotation, but she really is putting it out there every week. Bars was a highlight for me. Her effortless swinging is so beautiful. And just one of the lone Bruins alongside Shea Campbell, who was able to really hone in on that landing. Speaking of hone in on that landing, this dismount for Jordan Childs, she was able to find it, nail it, stay tight in her body position, and rounding out another spectacular all-around performance to add to her incredibly long scroll of accolades.
The Olympian gold medalist Jordan Childs wins the all-around, and UCLA wins the regular season. What does that mean to you, Jordan?
It means so many emotion. Sorry about my voice. I've been screaming all day. This was a spectacular meet, and I'm just proud of each and every athlete that came out here today. And, you know, coming home with a regular season is an honor, and we just say thank you so much.
Jordan, competing in the Big Ten may be new to you all, but you have embraced it beautifully. I saw you guys playing volleyball in the beginning with the team. What has it been like meeting new friends in this conference and joining a new atmosphere?
It's been an amazing feeling. I think, you know, having a different accolade on us as being a part of the Big Ten and seeing where we've shined in a million different areas, and it's just been really fun meeting new people. Traveling really far has been, you know, immaculate in many ways, but I definitely can say, you know, we're proud to be a part of this, and we're just honored that we have so many new friends and new faces.
We're watching you playing volleyball now. One of the things that I like seeing in you, Jordan, now as an upperclassman is you're spending extra time with the freshmen. What's your message to the youngsters on the team?
I think the biggest thing is I've been in your boat, I've been in your position, and you know you want to be the best at being the freshman, and it's a difficult situation, but understand that no matter what you're doing, no matter how many times you're going out there, just understand that this is a short period of time, and that you know you have a journey, you have chapters in your book that you're writing, so just to enjoy each and every moment, and that's definitely what I have put out, whether I'm an upperclassman or the new freshies on the team.
Jordan, you're more than halfway through season. What do you want from yourself and the team as you continue through to the end of the year?
I think our biggest thing is not just our team, but everybody else is obviously winning a national championships. But I think we're heading in the right direction. We're getting better each and every weekend, and I can see it in and out of the gym. And individually, I would love to get redeem and get another NCAA title on bars and floor, and hopefully on in the all around, and just understand that this is a journey, and we get to enjoy every moment and to have fun. I think that's the biggest thing that we're all trying to do here.
We have fun watching you, Jordan. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Jordan Childs, the all-around champion and part of the Big Ten regular season champion, UCLA Bruins. We'll be right back to wrap it up. Congratulations to the UCLA Bruins, their first season in the Big Ten, and they're your 2025 Big Ten regular season champs. They now have 76 scores of 9-9 or better on the season after posting 3 more today.
They had a great day. It definitely wasn't the perfect meet, and we've seen more polished competitions from them, but impressive work all around coming out with the win. And kudos to Nebraska, that 196.675, just beating Ohio State with a 196.65. And Rutgers, I really want to commend Rutgers on balance beam. That was one of the best balance beam rotations I've seen from that team this year. And so I'm really excited about what we saw this evening, and lots for the teams to work on as we head to Ann Arbor in a few weeks. But the Big Ten is coming for you.
Great breakdown, Olivia, as we now have the updated standings with one more Quad 4 to come. But UCLA, they are your regular season champs.
And well-deserved. They've had such a great season so far. I love to see that. Minnesota 8-1 there, and
we thank you for being with us in Columbus, Ohio, where UCLA remains perfect on the season and takes home the regular season trophy. I want to remind you that coming up, it's the big quad meet hosted by Iowa. I want to thank our amazing crew, including our statistician for the great Olivia Karras. I'm Dean Linke saying good night from Columbus. After the break, we'll send you out to Iowa for Connor Onion and Janae Honest.